It's a steady turn. If I broke your swing into thirds, shaft parallel, arm parallel, top, you should only be going a third every time. Here's what happens. Decent takeaway, maybe it rolls in a smidge, but
what does that mean?
The club head gets inside the hands just a little bit right there. You can maybe clean that up. But you actually don't use your turn that much. And so the hands very quickly run away from you. You don't really turn that much.
Yeah.
And then there's this mad race back down to the golf ball. And that's why we always see this wrapped around finish. So what we got to be able to do today is leverage this pivot better. So we don't have to handsy flick. I mean, look at how much hand action is in and around this golf ball. And you're not really that much off that back foot, are you? It's a lot of this look.
Yeah, I don't like it.
That's why in your finish, it gets very wrapped around. But you almost have to watch it at full speed first to notice that you're like, ooh, that looks really quick.
Yeah.
Quick is not a sign, is not good or bad in its own right. Quick is usually a sign that our pivot, which is slow, and our hands and arms that are fast aren't connected real well. And your arms are running away, and then your arms are trying to flick through, and we can't do it. So that's what we're gonna work on today.
Okay.
Here's what we're gonna do. So that's about 45 degrees.
Okay.
Agreed? This is about a third of it, so it's about 15 degrees. And this is about 15 degrees. Okay, all right? They kind of look like even thirds?
Yep.
Okay. So what you're gonna do is it's gonna be on one side like this. You're gonna grab it and now you got a belt. All right. You're gonna start with this pretty much over top of the stick. Think about this. In golf, TPI has this graph. I can show it to you. So TPI, leaders in kinematic sequence, all that stuff.
Yep.
So take a look at this. Red is their hips.
Okay.
That's the rate at which your hips are turning. It's a steady turn.
Okay.
That means if your hips get to about 45 degrees at the top, that's kind of like the general rule of thumb, measuring enough people. That means if I broke your swing into thirds, shaft parallel, arm parallel, top, you should only be going a third every time. Agreed?
Yep.
Okay, grab your club, stand over top of that line for me.
Oh, right there.
So this is as far as your hips should go in your first third of the backswing.
That's it?
You haven't even gotten to the third yet. There.
Okay.
But what did you try to do the first thing you tried to do when
With
you...
my hands?
No, you almost...
Just barrel
you almost,
through it?
yeah, you almost broke my stick, right? Do it again. Good setup. Back. Good. Now go to left arm parallel.
Left arm parallel.
Yep. Yep. Now complete your turn. Good. Do it again.
That feels so different.
Exactly. Take away. Next spot. In top. Good.
Okay.
So let's just make some on your own.
Okay.
A third back. Nope, don't move.
Still way too much.
Here's where your hips are. And they need to be here.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. And go. Good. Tell me about how you just did that.
I mean, like, so much mental, like, fortitude to slow down. Like, it doesn't feel natural.
It takes more core awareness, probably.
Yes.
It's maybe,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because it's just like, I can feel myself just want to do that instantly.
Just fling it.
Yes.
And again, the problem for you is when this flings,
Yep.
which leads to that flinging. Yep, and go. Good. Really, really good. Next is a drill. So let me see if I can find this drill. So I work with a guy named George Bryant. He's pretty good at golf. And we work on this a lot. Watch how he works on this. And this is going to be your drill too. Ready? So he struggles like you with that first third. He likes to, boom, boom, everything starts going, right? So he goes here, and notice he almost didn't turn much, did he?
Yeah, it did look like he barely turned.
And then he completed his turn with his arms. Because his challenge is he rips the hips, the arms run. Sound familiar?
Yeah.
Which then leads to a lot of hand action in and around the golf ball. When he plays his best, he's sequencing is better at the top, which then allows him to do some things in the downswing that we really like. He gets wider, face gets more organized, less hand action through the ball. It's when he plays his best. And so same thing here for you. You like to rip it early, arms run, and then it's just chaos from there. It's just a freezer drill. And you can really freeze at any of the spots. So you could freeze it here. You could even freeze it here if you feel like that's better suited for you. That doesn't matter for me. What I really want to do is really focus on that we pivot and the arms get there in this last third. It's this last third that matters the most for you.
Yeah.
If this gets exhausted too early, this is going to run bad chain reaction. If you have some pivot left and can use that late, then we should be able to sequence better coming down. Yep. Did you have enough turn left? No. You used too much too early, didn't you?
I could like feel that. I'm like, I'm done here, and then I still have to go.
Yeah. And that's what I saw in your golf swing.
Yeah.
Exhaust, run. There it is. Awesome job. Do it again.
I haven't hit an iron shot like that in a minute. Like that actually feels good.
Yeah, that was really good. Did you hear the quality of contact going up?
Yeah.
The ball's not going all over the place.
I feel like I'm actually hitting the center of the club face.
Nope. Be careful of that first move away.
Just too much.
Yeah. Yep. That was more controlled.
Yeah.
That's really good. That passed the eye test.
Yeah.
That looked...
It probably was still like technically slow, but it felt like steady.
Yes. Steady is a key word for you.
Yes.
Do that again. That was really good. That was really, really good. Again, maybe a hair slower than we ultimately want.
Yep.
But this is your last swing of the day. Look at this. This was your first swing. I mean, it's quite a bit different.
It's like night and day.
Yeah, but let's kind of review. What we said was this. We said that your swing looked fast.
Yep.
And that typically, when you hear that from somebody, if someone goes, ooh, golf swing looked like it got quick, doesn't mean it actually got quick. What it means probably is what happened with you, which is your arms were the only thing moving late in your backswing, because this looks fast.
Yep.
Why did you do it? Very common problem. You exhausted all your hip turn right away, leading to what appears to be a very quick backswing.
Yep.
So how do we do that? Well, we went through this little series of learning, right? First, we talked about what does it mean just to gradually move back, and that took a lot for you. Like you said, took a lot of brain, mental intentionality to go, gosh, how do I do this? We gave you that good little drill, like I said, right? Like George Bryant uses all the time, loves that drill.
Yep.
Because the golf swing wasn't positionally that bad, but it's not as much about where in space as it is when in space. And what was cool, and this is not always the case, but it was awesome for you, is contact went through the roof.
Yes.
Your quality of strike was so much better